All right, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai, Bahasham Chakudash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. I was a high spirit wind Judah. And today I want to go into a topic entitled, It's Already Found in the Planet Earth. All right? It's already in the planet Earth. All right, and that's in relation with everything that you need. All right, as an Israelite, as a man or a woman or a human, all right, all of your needs are already in Yahweh Bashem Shai's planet Earth, man. All right, everything that you need is in the planet Earth, and the reason why this is important to me, and the reason why it's on my spirit to do this lesson, because one of the strongholds, all right, within the time that we're living in, all right, in the planet Earth, one of the strongholds of the fourth beast, or the extension of the fourth beast, is that he supplies everything you need. He's the progenitor. All right. He's the source. He's the plug. All right. And you can't go past him. All right. So when it comes to your needs and wants and ultimately your reality, all right, let him tell it. He's the plug, man. But ultimately, all of your needs are already in the planet Earth. And like I said, another reason why this is important to me, because you're going to have to understand that the earth is a house. The earth is a house. All right. And the Most High created the house before he put us in the house. And everything we need is like an Airbnb. Everything is already in the house before we got there. All right. But in this particular Airbnb, there's already food in the cabinets. There's a garden in the back. All right. There's food in the refrigerator. All right. But in this time that we live in, because the scripture says the knowledge should be increased. All right, we live in a so-called tech world, all right, but the result of the living in this tech digital world, that in living in the luxury, all right, of the concrete jungle or the metropolitan area for most of us, you're disconnected with so-called Mother Earth. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the scripture in the book of Psalm 104 and 14, just to give an example. All right. He causes the grass to grow. This Psalms 104 and 14, Salak. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle. And Earth, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start up above it. All right. Showing you that everything within the planet Earth is here for a reason to benefit the inhabitants of the planet Earth, whether it's people, animals, whatever. Okay. All right. It says, Psalm 104 and 10. It's talking about Yahweh Bashem Shai. He sendeth the springs into the valleys which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. So the Most High has springs of the valleys, all right, to feed his animals. All right. It says they, as in the springs that go down the hills, they give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches. He watered the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. Okay? So, once again, if you think about all your needs, all right? If you think about all your needs, not your wants, all right? But that too, because they had to come from planet Earth too. But if you think about all your needs, all right, because we live in the Philistine like materialistic proud of life world, and you'll forget about your basic needs because you take that for granted. But if you think about all your needs is in the planet Earth, or it's in Yahweh's planet, it's in Yahweh's earth. All right, and let me get that. All right, because we're gonna get our earth back, man. Sirach, all right, I think that's 39 and 26. All right. As a matter of fact, I can start up a little above that. Sirach 39 and 21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For he have made all things for their uses. So everything that's within Yahweh's planet, all right, they have a use and a purpose. They have a benefit, all right, for the inhabitants of the planet Earth. Okay, Sirach 39, skipping to 26. It says, and this is going back to everything you need is already within the planet Earth. All right. The principal things for the whole use of man's life, it said the whole use, not half of the use, but the whole use. The principal things for the whole use of a man's life are water. All right, in Psalms 104, just went into the water going down the springs to feed the animals of the planet Earth, but also man. All right, because through that, it causes the grass to grow, all right, and the food to grow from the earth. All right, it says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, all right, iron, because iron is an element found within the planet Earth. But through iron, you create your tools, man. Okay? You create your swords, all right, you create your hunting tools, your agricultural tools, all right, so on and so forth. It says salts, all right. Now, for one thing, you have to season your food with salt, but on another end of that spectrum, salt is basically a so-called superfood, man, because it has so many different nutrients that you can look up on your own time. All right, so many different minerals. All right, flour of wheat, because a main staple when it comes to life, living directly off the planet Earth, is bread. You're going to find out that most of these societies that are outside the grid, the so-called third world countries, they might be classified as blue zones or people live the longest. All right, but these societies, that one of the main staples in their everyday meals is bread. All right, and that's the flour of wheat. Then it says honey, all right, which comes from that honeycomb. All right, milk, all right, which comes from cows, sheep, goats. And it says, and the blood of grape and oil and clothing. All right. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners that are turned into evil. But the point is, everything you need is within the planet Earth. And like I said, another stronghold is that the things that's presented to you by E is some exclusive thing that he came up with in his laboratory. No, everything you need, or another stronghold is that what he created is superior and more effective than what the Most High created. Whether it's his version of food or what he calls medicine, all right? But that's another deception, because real medicine comes from the planet Earth. Like the TV show Our Planet. Real medicine comes from our planet. All right, and let me get that out the scripture. Sirach 38 and 4. Yahweh have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. All right. And I'm going to continue on too, because for everything Yahweh created, all right, that was meant to be used by man, he created men to utilize those things that he created. He created men and gave them a certain spirit, a certain gift to utilize those creations that the Most High made. All right. So in another word for that gift is a skill. All right. So for all these animals, there are farmers to tend to these animals. All right, for Yahweh's soil, all right, there's farmers that have the knowledge and skill to till that soil. All right. For the elements of the earth, such as iron, all right, there's blacksmiths who know how to mold that iron. All right. So let me continue on. It says Sirach 38 and 6. And he have given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. All right. So the Most High give men skill to ultimately utilize his earth. All right. And in turn, service men. All right. With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. All right. And one particular herb, or few particular herbs that take away actual pain. All right. Is like arnica. It's a flower. All right, that's another thing. Flowers aren't here just to be pretty. Flowers are medicine. All right. But arnica, that's good for like sores and wounds. Comfrey root, willow bark takes away pain. That's what the company Breyer's aspirin use as their active ingredient to take away pain. willow bark. Another thing that takes away pain, such as like arthritis, is devil's claw. Okay? Going back to Sirach 38:7. With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. Of such doth the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. All right, that's just an example of, all right, the Most High's medicine coming from the earth as opposed to some damn laboratory, man. All right, and real food comes from the planet Earth and not from some manufacturing company, man. Okay, all the things that we need, it comes from the planet Earth, and He's given men skill to utilize the planet Earth. All right, to take those things that the Most High created and service men through those things, man. So the Most High has His creation, and He has men who utilize His creation. All right, but that's pretty much the point of this lesson. That contrary to popular belief, all the things that we need is already in the planet Earth, and He have given men skill to utilize the planet Earth to service men. All right, to service mankind, so to speak. All right. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters will edify to the next time. Shalom.